14th. And we are going to, the main course of the meal today will be an interview with Michelle at the Quilted Tortoise. And then we will talk about, I'm trying to get my brain in gear here. I have an announcement for a giveaway, and I have, we're going to talk about some projects I've been working on, and we're going to talk about my crazy, crazy weekend I had this last weekend, which is why I'm recording on Monday, which is very odd. I don't normally record on Monday. I'm cold. That will make perfect sense in a minute, I promise. This random I'm cold, I promise you it will make perfect sense. Anyway, we'll talk a little bit about mouthy stitches, we'll talk about family portraits, we'll talk about the funk. Yes, yes, big news for the funk. And I think that will just about sum it up. So where to start, where to start? I think I'm going to start and finish at the same place. Oh, wait a minute, let me back up. First, what I'm going to do is I am, as I speak, recording a very short portion of today's podcast. Now, I had promised this to Rachel. I am not going to record the whole thing just because, well, there's several reasons, but who really wants to sit and look at me the whole time? But she thought it would be funny to watch me podcast. I cannot talk while sitting on my hands. Today, you're actually in for a treat because you don't have to look at my ugly sewing room. I am decided that since I was going to record today, that I wasn't going to go home from work. Many of you know I work at a hotel, so things were a little crazy this weekend at home, and my house is a mess. So I knew if I went home that I wouldn't start recording, and it would end up being either not recorded tonight or it would be super, super late before I got everything done. And I wanted this podcast to be a priority today, and the house can wait. I mean, does it need to be done right this minute? No, not really. So I just told my husband that I'm going to stay at work a little bit longer, but instead of staying in my office where everybody can hear me, obviously, I am in the suite at the hotel. So I'm cuddled up on a little love seat with a little leather ottoman in front of me. There's a little kitchenette. I'm actually drinking coffee from a paper cup, and which actually I hate to do, but you know, such is life. It's raining outside. It's a cozy kind of day, but I'm a little chilly. So I have a jacket of mine because I'm trying not to mess the suite up too terribly much, so my crew doesn't have to clean it tomorrow. They will have to clean the coffee pot, obviously, because I did use that, but in the bathroom. You know, I use the bathroom. My hair is sticking straight up in this video. Why is my hair sticking straight up? I must look absolutely ridiculous. So anyway, that is where I'm at today, sitting at the suite with my laptop in front of me, my mouse to the side, on the couch, and just enjoying a quiet evening with y'all. So what I was going to tell you is I'm going to start and finish at the same place. I'm going to start and finish talking about my giveaway. Now, this week's giveaway is, I'm going to start doing these a little bit more often. I'm going to get this one done, and I'm going to do the one for the finish along, which is the end of this month, which is just a couple of weeks off. Get busy stitching, ladies. Stitch, stitch, stitch. For every project you finish that is started in a previous quarter or a previous year or a previous decade and finished in this quarter, that includes something that's usable, so it's bound, or you know, the purse has a strap or whatever. It needs to be finished. You get an entry into the giveaway. If you need more information, you can find that on my blog under the finish along, on the finish along page, or if you have any other further questions, just let me know. But I digress again. When I get this giveaway done for Fluffy Sheep, with Fluffy Sheep quilting, and then I'm do one for the finish along, and then I will do, I think the last quarter, I'm not sure how I'm going to break it down, but I have quite a few things I want to give away, and I'd like to get them out of the house by the end of the year. So the last quarter will be some random giveaways here and there just because. Um, so let's see. Let's just talk about my weekend. I want to do this as quickly as possible because I want to talk about Michelle. I don't want to talk about her. That's kind of rude. You know what I meant. Um, I want to. Oh, lost my train of thought. I cannot look at myself on the screen. This whole video recording of myself with my hair sticking straight up and these big giganto. Anyway, it's ridiculous. Okay, so anyway, I want to get to the interview with Michelle. So I want to quickly talk about my weekend. So this podcast does not go on forever and a day. Um, the weekend. All week last week, you may and may not know, well, depends on when you're listening to this, but Callie was in. She was in last week. She got in on Saturday night, and Monday, Sunday, her and her mom come over because it was just Callie and my daughter-in-law. And my daughter-in-law has family here, so my son couldn't make it. She'd come in with her dad. So Callie and my daughter-in-law come to visit on Sunday. Callie was not feeling well at all. Monday, we took her to the doctor. She had 2 ear infections, 1 in each ear. So she was a little bit of a crank. But we suffered through the week with who we called, affectionately, we referred to her as Sybil because she could be fine 1 minute and then absolute screaming child the next. But I enjoyed visits with my daughter-in-law and Callie on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, they stayed the night, Thursday night. Friday night, we all went to the football game, had t-shirts made. Of course, I go every week, but my daughter-in-law doesn't normally get to go, neither does Callie. So we had Callie a little shirt made that says Panthers cheerleading, and on the back it had KK, which is what she calls my daughter. Callie absolutely adored being amidst all of the cheerleaders and being oohed and awed over. I mean, it was just right up her alley because she was feeling better by that day. But by Friday, my daughter-in-law was sick with the flu bug, so she spent the majority of the game in the car sleeping with the heat running, and she had the shivers and couldn't get rid of them. And when we got in that car that night, it had to be 100 degrees in that car. But was fine by the time she woke up on Saturday. So Saturday morning, we wake up. My adopted daughter and her 3 kids came into town from Georgia. My adopted daughter is a photographer. So she was coming in to take my daughter's senior pictures. And so I asked her if she would mind doing some family pictures while she was here. And of course she said no. And yeah, I lost my complete train of thought. Oh, so she's doing family pictures. And I had my son come into town. I asked my son, and he graciously agreed. He came into town Saturday morning, same time my adopted daughter come with her 3 boys under the age of 7. And then Callie was there, and so I had 3 additional adults and 4 additional children at the house this weekend. And we did senior pictures with my daughter, and so I babysat all of the kids. And we did family portraits with my daughter, with all of everybody. And I have to tell you, I am thrilled with the pictures that we got. It could make me cry if I stop and think about it long enough. I got some beautiful pictures of Callie and I, and I'm playing with his hair on top of my head, and seriously, oh my gosh. I wore my hair curly today, and maybe that was a bad idea. What the heck? Stop laughing at me, y'all. I know because you can see this video and you're laughing at me and this one piece of hair that just does not want to lay down either way. So I don't know what to do with it. Anyway, I digress over this goofy piece of hair on my head. The pictures are amazing. I got some spectacular pictures with Callie and I got some great pictures of my son and his family, and some good pictures. Oh my gosh, my daughter's senior pictures are incredible. So what I'm going to try and do is, I think, and see if Jenny can't help me maybe Jenny from Clover and Violet.